Hello students, so general aptitude test, quant is an important component, quant, reasoning and general knowledge and current affairs. So we are starting with rapid revision series, past year questions we will discuss. This is part 1, CUET UG 2025 aspirants. Let's begin our work today. Question number 1. If selling price of 80 articles, is equal to cost price of 100 articles, then find the gain percentage. Now for all these questions, my advice would be to pause the video and solve the question first before you see the solution. Now we know gain percentage or loss percentage, profit percentage or loss percentage is always calculated on the cost price. This is profit by cost price into 100. This is profit percentage or gain percentage. Given is selling price of 80 is equal to cost price of 100. We can suppose this as a variable x. We can suppose this as 1 also. So that selling price of 80 is 1. So selling price of 1 will be 1 by 80. Cost price of 100 will be 1. Cost price of 1 will be 1 by 100. And then we subtract, find the profit and then profit percentage. This is one method. Another method is to find a number which is a common multiple of 80 and 100. And the best way would be to find the LCM, the least common multiple of 80 and 100. And the least common multiple of 80 and 100 is 400. You can suppose this as 8,000 also. Because 8,000 is a multiple of 80 as well as 100. But the best possible number to suppose would be 400, which is the LCM of 80 and 100. Right? Okay. Now this is best. So selling price of 80 is 400, cost price of 100 is 400. So selling price of 80 is 400, selling price of 1 will be 400 by 80, which is 5. Cost price of 100 is 400, so cost price of 1 will be 400 by 100, which is 4. Now this becomes very easy. So cost price of 1 is 4, selling price of 1 is 5. So you have bought something at 4, sold that thing at 5, the profit is 1, and this is CP and this is SP. Profit is 1. Profit percentage or gain percentage will be on the cost price, 1 by 4. 1 by 4 into 100, or rather 1 by 4. And you should remember the fraction in terms of percentages. 1 by 4 is 25%. This would be the answer to this question. Clear? Solve this way. That will be very easy to solve also, instead of supposing as 1 or variable. Okay? Moving on to the next question. Find a single equivalent increase if the number is successively increased by 20%, 25% and 30%. One method would be to suppose a number as 100 and keep on increasing it. So let's say the initial number is 100. We increase it by 20%, 20% of 100. 20% is 1 by 5. So 20% of 100 is 20. So the increased value is 120. Now increase it by 25%. Now 25% is 1 by 4, and 1 by 4 of 120 is 30. You add 30 to 120, 120 plus 30 becomes 150. Finally, the last increase is 30%. Now 30% of 150, 10% of 150 is 15, 30% would be 15 into 3, 45. So this will be 45, the final increase. 150 plus 45, you get 195. So you start with 100, you reach to 195, there's a final net increase of 95%. So this third option would be our answer. This is one way of solving this. Then we have a formula also for this, which is A plus B plus AB by 100, successive percentage increase or decrease. So what we'll do, we'll first take A as 20, B as 25. Let's apply this. 20 plus 25 plus 20 into 25 by 100. If you solve this, this is 25 into 4, 4 into 5, 20 plus 25 is 45 plus 5 is 50. So you apply A and B as 20 and 25, you get 50. Now suppose A as 50 and finally B as 30. And let's apply again A plus B plus A by 100 on 50 and 30. So this will be 50 A plus B 30 plus 50 into 30 by 100. These two zeros get cancelled. 50 plus 30 is 80. 5 3s are 15. 80 plus 15 is 95. The net final increase. So option 3 would be the correct answer. So I have discussed two ways of solving. If you want to see it again, you can always rewind and watch. Moving on to the next question, find the perimeter of a rhombus whose one diagonal is 16 centimeter long and the area is 40 centimeter square. Now rhombus is a quadrilateral, or rather rhombus is a parallelogram whose all sides are equal. All sides are equal. Diagonals bisect each other at 90 degrees. This is another condition for rhombus. So this is rhombus A, B, C, D. All sides equal and diagonals bisect each other at 90 degrees. Now we need to find the perimeter rhombus, which means we need to find the side of the rhombus, and 4 into side will be the perimeter. One diagonal is 16 centimeter. So diagonal bisect each other at 90 degrees. So 16 centimeter, let's say diagonal AC is 16 centimeter, which means this point of intersection, let's say it's O, this becomes 8, this becomes 8, because this will be the midpoint of both the diagonals. So this is 16. Another condition is the area is given. So area of rhombus is given as 240 centimeter square, and area of rhombus is half product of its diagonals. Half. One of the diagonal is given as 16. The other diagonal, we don't know, let's say it's BD. This is 240 centimeter square. Now this becomes 8. 240 by 8. 240 by 8 is 30. So the other diagonal length is 30. This is midpoint, so this becomes 15, this becomes 15. Now this is a right angle triangle BOC. This is 8, this is 15. If you remember the Pythagorean triplet, you can directly write this as 17, as 8, 15, 17 is a Pythagorean triplet. Or if you do not remember, then obviously you have to apply the Pythagoras theorem. 8 square, which is 64, 15 square, which is 225. You add this is 289. Square root of 289 is 17, because base square plus perpendicular square is equal to hypotenuse square, or hypotenuse is square root of base square plus perpendicular square. So 289 square root is 17. So this is 17. So we get the side of the rhombus, which is 17. All sides are equal in a rhombus. Perimeter is 17 into 4, which is 68. 68 centimeter is our answer. And this is a past year question, geometry also come. ठीक है, यही सीरीज को हम कंटिन्यू करेंगे. पढ़ते रहिए, बढ़ते रहिए. ऑल द बेस्ट. वी विल सी यू इन द next part of this series. God bless you. Thank you.